Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and children. So my computer's pump is fucked again, so I'm going to need to send it back tomorrow. So I was going to do a live video, but I'm just going to do some replays of this really, really daft, brilliant piece of nonsense, which to the best of my knowledge is the love child of Vapix, or Subjugator Games. I'll leave a link in the description for his channel on YouTube, although I'm sure you already subscribed to it. It's pretty fantastic. He does it on his Twitch stream, and I had to give it a go. And I appreciate this isn't like, me coming up with some myself, but it's too fun not to share. And these games are too silly. So this is a White Scars Warp Retreat deck, and almost every card in here has some sort of like draw function, like even the kill spells. It's really clever. But basically, like, the idea is just to survive until you're at 10 energy and then just dump his brains all over the back garden. So this guy's pretty important. You're going to want to keep hold of it. You don't want it to die, ideally, because I made that mistake in one game, and fortunately I lucked out. But I do wonder, by the way, if with Warp Retreat there's a bit of a bug where if there's like 2 cards left, it puts it on the top automatically, just because, it should not have allowed me to draw it that many times. You'll see later. Like, I do wonder if EG need to like put some sort of thing down. So a couple of times I did draw out. That's not necessarily the end of the world. It's just inefficient. Like, I should have done that first. But the goal is not to go ham on them. It's to survive long enough for you to pull off your combo. Well, that went fast. Okay, is that actually a skip function now? Alright. So I'm at 7 energy, he's at 5. So I've used both of my asteroid belts. I've drawn, I've got a heavy hand size. Like, I'm getting pretty low already. I'm just going to draw through. 0 costing Outriders is actually really good. It's really significant because obviously that's going to feed into that and make it pretty fucking silly. So the only troops you have in this deck of vehicles, and you have things like Chagoris to find them, and obviously you've got a lot of draw, quite a lot of tactics to obviously help with getting a bit of health from the 5 energy costing one, wisdom or whatever it is. So swing in, you use your first Warp Retreat to return him to your deck, and it handily draws you a card, cycling your deck. This is because you want it to be 0 by the time you draw your second Warp Retreat, so that you can spend the full 10 energy plus any drill sites you might still have on, roundly skull fucking your opponent. Now, I do this for a reason. I think it's so that I can get rid of a Targetize, because obviously he's Jaghati, he's not going to really be playing troops. So I've got my second Warp Retreat. Oh, do I not Targetize? Okay. I think my reasoning was that he'd only be able to kill 1. Not the end of the world. Like, you don't need Outriders. That was probably quite bad for me. I think I forgot to do Targetize. I got overexcited. But that's fine. I've still got my combo. Obviously, I'm looking to thin out my deck even more. Stormsteer's Wisdom, that's it. So, Hobgun low. So he's gonna pull his Reckoning at this point. Obviously that's pretty scary. You know, this is usually the time where Jaghati, you know, roundly beats your face into the floor. I wanted to check if there was a vehicle. I wasn't sure. There wasn't. So time to go, you know, go heavy, go deep. So this is what I mean. So I've got one card in hand, and I just keep drawing it. Like, that is statistically possible. I'm not sure it's probable the amount of times I do it. There might be something for EG to look into, because I just keep going. I just keep going. It's insane. You thought it was over, but wait, there's more! Ridiculous. So I just like in one turn, just take him out.
You cannot predict a lightning strike.
And the thing is, like, if he defends, desperate defenses, I targetize and then corner and win. If, like, he's got obviously 10 energy, he's not going to deal. I don't think he deals enough damage to, like, you know, OTK me on 20. Like, that's relevant, apart from the fact that I can use his ability. I've got 6 energy. Like, this deck just has a lot of reach. Not to mention the fucking Warp Retreat Daphnis. So, yeah. Oh, it's raining outside, man. So happy. So what's this one? So I was a bit worried about how this one would go, because obviously Leman Russ can really get some momentum going, and he can spiral out of control, as you saw in the last video. He doesn't run that particular meme deck, but yeah, pretty heavy. So Command Bridge is pretty good. I think I picked Chugoris. No, I go for Void Engage. Yeah, just, you know, damage is good, especially with Russ. And that gives me the opportunity, you know, to draw not just vehicles, but my tactics as well, and that could be useful. Plus it's cheap, which allows me, so for example, if it's turn 5 and he's got a board, I can targetize and Void Engage. So, you know, there is some careful decision making you need to make when you're running this. I've definitely, like, this is definitely a deck that makes me think. You know, in ways that other decks can't anger on, really don't. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. But yeah, so just turn 2, Astro Belts, turn 3, draw 3 cards. Like, I'm already on 18, so I've got a 5 card sort of, you know, deficit or advantage in terms of my my hand size. So obviously that's a concern for me, because that can spiral out of control. So I'm just drawing and drawing and drawing. I can't use this on him, so I'm just going to stall it out. What was I saying? Someone used Jaghati and they had Alexi's Nebula in it. And that's really interesting, because obviously it's not precog, but I think it's Halvium. But like the ward is, I was just thinking about that. That's a really cool idea, because just Jaghati not being the target of tactics is actually pretty inconvenient. You know, can't be stunned, can't be, you know, slowed down in that way. You can take damage from fast things or existing troop boards, but, you know. What we're on 5 NG, so yeah, I got that out. Get my boy back in the deck. He'll cost 0. They'll cost 0, but, you know, I've got another for when he wants to play them. I've got lots of damage, so 10 damage, not including vehicles on the board. That gets scary quickly. I think I end up Thunderhawking it just because I can't afford to take, obviously, what will then be 5 damage the next turn if he doesn't play whatchamacalls. Do I reaction? No, I just kill it. Or do I do both? Obviously, the great thing about this one is that it draws a vehicle, draws a card. Like, it's so... This is such a cool idea. Just everything is geared towards, like, you know, this combination. And it's such a faster wombo combo than the Night Lord's one. It has a little less punch, but I don't think you need that much punch. So yeah, he's really trying to get a board going, and I'm just having none of it. So I think this is the one where I chose to keep this out, and obviously this is an error on my part because once it's dead, the combo dies. Or at least the combo is more difficult because you've got a 3 creature rather than a 4, which is not great. Okay. So yeah, 7 cards. I've got my Warp Retreat. I've now got 2 things in there that cost 0, which is good for my second Warp Retreat. I'm drawing cards. I'm going to get vehicles. The great thing is they come out still 0. I'm going to draw another card. What's that down to? 4. So obviously I'm just trying to get them low so that that has maximum impact next turn. So obviously that's a pretty scary board. I think I go for the kill here. I could have targeted sacrificed. I think I go for the kill. I could be wrong. So this is obviously why Outriders are quite cool. So I do that just in case this all falls through. I've got a little bit of backup. And then drawing site. I've got 2 cards down, and this is why I'm a little concerned that there may be a bug. Because I drop that, it comes back out, I play it. So because obviously the dialogue is sort of the dramas of recent sort of inter-lodge stuff has been on cheating, and I don't know. I don't know if that's a bug, if it's something to be exploited or not, and I certainly wouldn't want to be accused of cheating. So I don't know. I'll probably have a chat to someone about how I can ask the questions with people who know how to look into it, because if it is a bug, obviously that's a real problem because that's guaranteeing you a win. Hopefully I'm just really lucky. So yeah, we played, you know, 3 pretty big warlords at the moment. We played, well, 3 Primarchs: Jaghati, Leman Russ, Sanguinius. And Hibou has kept his, you know, kept his feet. Done pretty fucking well. I do like this. Again, it's just Hibou Khan. Like someone saying, like he doesn't feel overpowered. Like perhaps this is a bit overpowered, but like he doesn't feel it. He feels like you have to work for your win, and that is something you have to do with this deck. This deck is not like a rinse repeat type thing. You do have to balance your energy expenditure and choose which things you do in which order. Like now, I'm going to go, all right, I'm not going to abandon, I'm going to get precog, right? Because then I can kill something and draw a card. Oh look, targetized sacrifice, that's pretty cool. I could have got it for 3, but that didn't, I think that was a good trade, right? So, and I got rid of a card and drew one. Yay, cycling. That's always good. Draw, draw, draw. Draw and damage. So yeah, silly, silly deck. So Cho'Garis is also quite good because not only does it thin out your deck, but if you've already warp retreated and then you play it, you can find the answer you're looking for. It's not necessarily needed because you'll get to. It's so cheap as well. 2 energy is really good. But like I think the curve on this is really low. I don't have anything above 6 energy. I think only one thing is 6 energy. Like yeah, it's turn 5, and I've got a 7 card, deficit, right? And I had to get 3 more. It's just insane. Again, silly me, silly buggers. I should have. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, just stall out. I don't need to take 8 damage, 10 damage yet. I'm careful not to do that because I'm conscious on 9. I don't want to just needlessly waste cards, especially when there's a risk of you like losing, your win condition. So yeah, obviously this is a good point to drop that. Say energy plus. I want to clear that board. I'm gonna do that. Lots of card draw in my hand. I go down to 9. So that's good. I think I targetize. It's just a pain. Yeah. Oncology is really good. So I've got 4 energy. I'm just going to draw. Yeah, I'm getting really close now. That's actually a turn faster because I've Asteroid Belt. Interesting. Yeah, so dude, that guy. Well, it depends. Did he actually attack with him? Oh, okay. I was going to say, if you were planning on attacking with him, you should do that first. But that's fine, you didn't. So, yep, I'm going to get to my last 2 cards. I've got everything I need now. What is target size? Yeah, I just reset the board. Like, I've won next turn, so. I say that, the theory is I won next turn. I'm not sure why he isn't attacking me. Like, I just feel like, because he would have got a few more points off of damage against it. I guess it doesn't matter, but just, I know. I feel he's been too reserved. Oh yeah, that's just to ensure that, because I'm really paranoid about that. So why didn't I outright as? Surely that would have made sense. There we go. Realised my mistake. But yeah, as you can see, it's GG. It's quick maths. It's just brutal, man. The fact that it does, cleave as well. It's like, oh, I'll just clear your board while I do that. There you go. And then Hibou comes in. Debt of honour is paid. So yeah, until I get my PC back, I won't be able to do more recordings. But I'll try and save some games. Obviously, thanks to Vapix for this amazing idea. So stupid, so stupid. But yeah, check out his channel. He's a much better player than I am. He also has some fantastic ideas for decks and fun, and like his Saul Tarvitz is retardulous. I love it. But yeah, so I'll keep pounding the ladder. I'll see you soon. Tatty, bye.